Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you for your subscriptions. For those who are new to this channel, you are highly welcome. Hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell as well. Like this video, share to family and friends to benefit as well, and drop your comments on the comment section. So today we are going. Alright people, so coming over to the back of this asymmetric neckline that we are making, you can see I have my basic bodice for the back, which all of us are familiar with. I kept my paper on fold. As you can see, my paper is on fold, but right now you can see I have a zipper allowance at this point. Okay, so this is my zipper, this is my waistline, okay, and this is my under bust line. Although there's no under bust, look, I'm not supposed to put the under bust line, but this is the bust point. So what I did was just to take my measurement from the shoulder, my vertical measurement. But I want you to take note that for the back, I have 1.5 inch difference from the front because of the bust. The length of the back is 14.5 and that of the front is 16 inches. That is the front length. Please take note. That was the 1.5 that intake we took for the bust that, okay, when we closed up our bust that. So I have 1 inch here for my zipper. So the next thing I want to do is to contour my zip line. I'm going to come in to contour my zip line. I'm going to come in from the center back by 0.5, the way we usually do that, and I'm going to connect it quickly to the chest line. Okay, so at that point I'll be taking my 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Then I'm going to blend it right into the chest line. Can you see that? So it means that I'm going to cut off this part. Okay, all right, so let us now jump into the business of the asymmetric. So remember that on this other part of our asymmetric, for the front, we have a tube on this part. Okay, so I'm going to quickly draft I can either draft the tube part or the shoulder part in any part. Okay, but when cutting on your fabric, please, you need to be very careful. Okay, you have to place the part that is for the shoulder for the back and the part that is for the shoulder for the front. I believe you understand what I mean. So for the pattern, you can turn it upside down, you can draft anywhere and turn it upside down, so it doesn't matter. So let me draft that part of the tube part on this part. Okay, so the first thing I want to do right now, remember from the chest line, okay, let me indicate it. For the front of the chest line, remember from the chest line we came down by 0.5. Please take note, this is very important. So whatever thing we are connecting from this 0.5. So you can now shape whatever neckline you desire. So for this tube right now, I'm going to shape, I'm shaping it for the back. I don't want it to go too down, so I'm going to shape using 8 inches. I'm using 8 inches for my shaping. So like I told you, you can place your ruler anyhow you want to place your ruler. You can create, you can recreate on this part. Okay, I can also decide to flip it. Okay, this time it depends on what you now want. Okay, whatever thing you desire you can do. You want to put it this way, it's fine. You want to move it this way, it's fine. So whatever way you feel that will come out very well for you, then you can recreate. So I'm deciding to place mine this way. That is how I want the back of that tube, the tube part of the asymmetric to look like. So at this point of 8 inches, I'm going to keep it straight because my zip is going to start right at this point. Okay, I believe you understand that. So what I would do is to quickly come up with this dart because I'm going to cut it off at the end of the day. Okay, so we are going to cut off this dart for the back. All right, so we are done with the back right now. Remember, I replaced my 1 inch dart, I replaced it over here, and and we don't have any other thing to do right here. So you can see I have my zip allowance, remember, unlike what we did in the first one. So I will open up the pepper, and at this point I'll also, from the center point, this is my center, let me also show you, but don't get confused with these so many lines, okay? I just want to indicate it because I want to take the measurement of my zip allowance right now. So I'll be taking 1 inch for my zip, that is for the other part of the asymmetric. Okay, so I'm going to draw up I'm going to take my line up this way, then I'm going to extend all my lines. I'm extending my waistline, my bust point line, my chest line, and my shoulder. Okay, so this part is going to be the shoulder part of it right now. Okay, so I will quickly draw the shoulder part of it. Okay, you already know how to draft your shoulder, so let me quickly do that. You can see what I have on the other part of the asymmetric back. Okay, remember we are drafting the back part of this. This is the back. We have the tube part on this part, and right now this is the shoulder part of the asymmetric. So at this shoulder part of the asymmetric right now, I've finished drafting my basic bodies, my 1 inch, that just as I did there, and I connected. So the most important thing we need to do here is to connect this, because you know they have to also link each other. So I have tried linking it now. So next thing I want to do is to come over to the shoulder. So I just want to show you what we have here for the front that we cut. Can you see? So remember, let me keep it this way. So remember that this is what we took all the way from the armhole depth. Okay, that's by the armhole side. So we took 1.5. So you need to confirm what you took. Okay, the measurement you took for the shoulder seam line for the front has to correspond with that of the back. So that is why I measured the 1.5. So I'll be placing my tape from the tip of the shoulder, and I'll go in by 1.5. And this time around I can blend and reblend, okay, the way I want. Remember that our connection is going from here to here. So whichever way you want to connect it this time is all your choice, okay? But you need to do something looking nice at this point. So what I want to do right now, I want to just take a measurement from this point. I'm going to come in by 4 inches, okay, for my blending. Okay, so at this point of 4 inches right now, so I'm going to place my curve rule in this manner. At this point, you do whatever thing you desire. So as I came in by 4 inches, so I want to blend it up, okay? So whatever way, like I said, you really need to blend, you can blend. You can decide to come straight, is your choice. If you decide to take it all over, is your choice. Then you still decide to freehand it, is your choice. You want to take it the way I'm taking it. So at this point, you just position your rule in a way that will match up very nicely. Let me just go this way. I came out with something like this. You can see it's already looking very beautiful at this point. So I'm going to clean up this part so that you see how it appears fully. So you can see the neckline right now. You can see how it's running all the way from the shoulder going over that way. So that's what we have for the back. So the next thing I want to do right now is to contour this part, okay? Remember, what we are doing is asymmetric, it's not symmetric. So the same thing I did while contouring, I'll have to do it that way, coming in by 0.5 inch. Then I'm going to connect it right to the chest line. Okay, so I've connected to the chest line, and I'll start marking my 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Okay, so I'll just connect it back to from that 1 inch, I'm going to connect back. So at this point, you can see I'm taking away, you can see the dots I'm cutting off as well. All right, So now the next thing we want to do right now, I need to extend this line because I'm not holding my dart. If not, I could have left it this way, but since I'm cutting off this part, I'll also cut off this part. So I'm going to extend my line so as to cut it off. Okay, so people, I'm going to cut it off for you to see what you have right now for the back. This is what you are going to have for the asymmetric back right now. Okay, so you can see the part I'm going to cut off. I'm going to cut off all these shaded parts. That's why I shaded them. Okay, so to cut off this asymmetric right now, I'm free to fold it, okay, and cut through this part because I really need this part to be the same. I don't want to cut them separately, so you are free now to cut them together. I'm cutting off the contour line. Okay, so finally I've separated the asymmetric right now, so you can see. So now I'm going to cut off through my darts as well. So I'm going to trim off the darts. Okay, so that's what I have on this part. And coming over to this part, this is what I have also. So this part, please, I will also advise you to write. I'm writing down because this can really be confusing. Down, up. So that when you see up, you know it's up. This is down. This is down. Okay, this is up. You know already it's up. But for all these three, you know they look alike. You might confuse them. So as I have up, up, down, down, that will help me. So you can see that is all we have for the back right now. And coming over to the front, this is what we have for the front asymmetric. So when sewing this together right now, you are going to place the part that is for the bust. That's the part that is for the tube will be on this part. They are going to be together. And the part that is for the shoulder will be together. Can you see that? Okay, so now you are going to stitch. I believe you understand what I just did there. Okay, so you are going to stitch right now in this manner. Can you see? So when you are stitching these two together. Okay, after you must have added your necessary seam allowance. I believe you understood all I did there. So the part for the tube has to be for the tube part, and the part for the shoulder has to be on the shoulder part. Alright people, so like I told you, this particular asymmetric neckline has an illusion wrapper as well. Wrapper illusion. So this is going to be just a demonstration of how you are going to stitch your wrapper illusion. Okay, so you can see this is the skirt part of that gown that we made in part 1. We made the upper part in part 1. So I just did a miniature, you know, cutting, a smaller cutting of a skirt. You can see the darts. So I believe by now you must have held your darts. Okay, you have sewn your dart and all that. Okay, so I just showed, mark it out so you know that there is a dart. This is the waist part of the skirt and the hip part and the full length of this skirt. So for you to now create that your wrapper illusion, you must have added your 1/1 inch seam allowance for the side. Alright, so you know the wrapper illusion is going to be, okay, the first thing I'm going to do right now, this is the miniature skirt I'm going to make use of for this tutorial, just to demonstrate to you how this wrapper illusion is going to be. So I'm going to show you or tell you how I got this piece of fabric which will serve as my wrapper illusion. So what did I do for the length of this wrapper illusion? That is for the length of it, this part of the length. I got it with the biggest part of this skirt, which is the hip. And at this point you can see I have 8.5. and I want this wrapper illusion to fall, so I'll be taking my measurement this way. I have 9.5. So all together I have 9 plus 9, that's 8.5 plus 9.5. I'll be left with 18 inches. So the length of this fabric, the length is 18 inches. Then coming over to the width of it, I took the length of this skirt, then I added 2 inches to it. I'm adding these 2 inches. Let me demonstrate to you what I mean. I added the 2 inches because of what? Because I need some folding here. So what I did here, as you can see, is having almost the same shape with the skirt. I placed it and I trimmed off. Okay, so you know you have a square here, but you just come straight this way and now shape the wrapper fabric on the shape of the same shape with the skirt. That is what I did. I came straight this way and I shaped it this way. So right now I'm going to place the wrapper. It's supposed to be placed this way. Okay, so you can see it's covering almost the same length as well. So I'm going to quickly flip it to this direction. Okay, I really want to make some pleatings before I flip. So like I said, I have 2 inches here. So at these 2 inches at the tip, I'm going to go in. You can see how I just went in. Can you see? I just want this upper part of the wrapper of the skirt to show. So I now went it to the way I desire. Okay, so having done that, I'm going to secure it with a pin right now. Okay, remember I still have the shape. Make sure you don't go out of the shape of the skirt. So I'll just secure it for the first layer. Okay, that's the first thing I did here. Okay, so you can see that. So the next thing I'm going to do, if I need some pleating here, is my creativity. I will just create, you know. So this one I'm going to do it first. I'm taking off the back part of this skirt. I'm going to do all of this first on the front part of the skirt. Okay, this is my choice, this is my design. So I'm using this pin to serve as my stitches. By right, I'm supposed to go to the machine to stitch it. Okay, then you fold in this part. That is your style. We have so many styles for that. So you can see what I have right now. This is the wrapper illusion. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to take it this way. All right, and I'm going to stitch. Before my seam allowance, I'm going to stitch. Okay, so you can see what I have. So it depends, like I said, you want it to be a full length, so you can just stitch towards this part. You can just come in a little bit. All depends on what you want. Okay, so you can also have some foldings this way. So just be creative in this part anyway. So whichever way you want it. So at the end of the day, this part will be falling this way. So having gotten what you want, this is your creativity. Okay, let your creativity guide you here. Okay, so I'm just showing you what you are going to do. So after you must have stitched with your 1 inch, so the next thing is to carry the back. You place the back this way. So I'm pretending I'm stitching the back right now, and I'm going to use my pin to hold the back as well. Okay, the normal way you stitch, this is the normal way you are going to stitch. Okay, you just stitch at 1 inch to the end. So having done that, you open it up. Can you see? Then, but before that, you remember you have already stitched, okay, the way you want. You have tacked in this part. So you now take it in this way and flip this other part of the skirt. Then you also go to your machine. I'm using my pin to serve as my stitches. So having done this right now, So I'm going to turn the skirt right now. I finished stitching 1 inch, 1 inch, so I'm done. I'll turn my skirt right now to the front part of it, so you can see what I have in the front part of it. Okay, so remember, this is the upper part of the skirt, the waist part of the skirt, and this is the illusion part of the skirt. Okay, so at the end of the day, you'll be having the wrapper on top of the skirt this way. Okay, sometimes you see some people, they will just pleat, you know, and pleat and pleat, and at the end of the day, okay, it will just be stitched at this point. So before you turn and you seam this part, make sure you stitch this part on the front part of the skirt. Okay, so you'll be seeing the illusion wrapper this way in some cases, and in some cases you can see it, you know, at the full length. So whichever way or anyhow you want it, you can see some of them will just come this way. They will not be as long as this. It will just stop here, and there will be a rope here, and you tie the rope. Okay, so like I said, you have an idea of how to create your wrapper illusion right now. Okay, so this is how you are going to fix that wrapper illusion to the upper part of the bodice we just made. This is a demonstration, like I said, people, so you have an idea of how to do it right now. So that is how we come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, we have a jacket masterclass going on right now. Please try and join us on WhatsApp. I'll be dropping the link on the description box below as well. And if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell, share these videos to family and friends to benefit as well. Drop your comment on the comment section and your suggestions as well. Okay, so thank you very much for watching the part 1 and the part 2 of this asymmetric and wrapper illusion. I believe this content was helpful to you. So thank you for watching and staying till this time. Bye.